One day I sidewalked the old road all the way down Injune Creek. And parts of it's grown up, parts of it's in the water. That particular day I walked down here and found part of an old car or old truck. The brake handle. Now I put it in a blog one time, and now it's got a well-worn path to it. One of several that's in Greenbrier. Here's the old road right down through here. As you walk up Injune Creek, along the creek, you'll see pipes where these have water going down to the ranger house and intake center. There's this big rock right here. I think that's Kissing Rock. And right behind is actually a road. It goes up the hill, around a gap, goes over toward Tibbs Branch, and goes to an upper field on top of the ridge, on James Ridge. Kind of old road you miss. I always have to come and pay my respects to my kinfolk when it comes to Injune Creek. Greenbrier Pinnacle. Off a little side branch going up Injune Creek. That's what I call the barn tree. It's the biggest tree up Injune Creek. And I think it's because the barns sit right there next to it. The spring house is at the base of the tree. View of our tree. The old water intake center. On the right fork of Injune Creek, you got a little wet branch back here, runs back the side of the holler. It's a rock wall out in the middle of the creek. It's actually an old spring house right here. It had been part of a tub mill, but I think it's just a spring house. Injune Creek has over 200 years of history to it. But in this little field right here, the Pratt family, one of the Pratt boys married one of the Rayfield girls. And they had several babies that were buried supposedly in this area right here before they moved to Anderson County. So there's possibly 4 or 5 infant graves right here. And when the babies died, they left for Anderson County, South Clinton, where a lot of the Rayfields who left Injune Creek moved to when the park was formed. Walking up to the Roto Tunnel. One of my favorite cemeteries. Oh, that's kind of nice. The Styles has got flowers today. Park house at the E. McCarter Cemetery. It's also the old Ormby Cemetery. E. McCarter family buried down here. Ormby's buried right here. I suppose you got an uncle buried here, back here in the back. Back here. That's the right fork of Injune Creek. Looking up toward James Gap. Up the right prong of Injune Creek, there's a little cascade down here. And up on the bank is the old road that went to my great-grandmother's place. And the old road that went across the ridge into Big Dudley, too. Sharon Miriam Ormby, my great-grandmother, lived right here. Little cute little branch right here in front. So this be where my grandmother was born, unless she was born at her grandpa's house. Miriam was born in 1850, died around 1906. I've come on up the creek, and the old trail is quite ugly in places, but you just kind of follow the main branch. And you come to what I call Horseshoe Holler. It's called Horseshoe because it's kind of curved around. There's a gap to the left, there's a gap up the center, there's a trail up the gap to the right. Left take me over to Campground 32. Up the middle will take me up and hit the Grapeyard Ridge Trail, cutting toward Dudley. On the right is the old trail up over the ridge. We'll play up it today. I've told a story before about Apple Rock, also known as Hat Rock. If up top of this creek, there's a huge rock. That's it right there. My grandma used to dry apples on top of it. And it's kind of shaped like, when you look at it from different angles, shaped like a hat. So it's got the nickname Hat Rock too. Just putting everything to use that they had. Pretty much had the woods to myself here today. I've been here many a time, but it never gets old. Coming down here where the Great Broad Ridge Trail crosses Injune Creek and see the old Injune. Over here's where my grandpa's apple orchard used to be. All the way down through those fields right there, he's been up with apple trees. My grandpa's fence post. There and there. One of several home sites up the creek. My grandpa lived here for a while. Spring house is back up there against the bank. Uncle Diddy lived in a little shack up there in that holler right there. Up a little back side holler that most people never think about walking up off of James Ridge. My Uncle Diddy lived about 4 or 5 different places in the briar at different times. And he used to live right here. Stayed here and took care of Grandpa's farm while my uncles were all working for the lumber business over between Elkmont and Tremont. So Uncle Diddy built a little shack right there, and that's one a lot of people miss.